Hi, I'm Brandon. I work at Microsoft, and here we understand that email is core to your business, and therefore is a natural place to look to find more value. One way to reduce some of the overhead of managing email systems is to take it off-premise and host it in the cloud. There are many companies offering hosted email solutions, but they are far from equal. Let's take a look at how Microsoft's approach to hosted email compares to that of Google's in a few different scenarios that you will probably be familiar with.
Dave is an executive assistant to a CEO whose company has just moved their email solution to Gmail. As soon as he starts using Gmail, he notices several features that he needs are missing. Using Microsoft Outlook with Gmail, he can't manage his boss's inbox or calendar anymore because Google's Outlook connector violates their corporate security and privacy policies by requiring full permissions to Dave without privacy protection for their CEO. Because of this, Dave has to use Google's web experience to do those tasks. Here, he's unable to sort messages the way he was in Outlook, and is forced to use labels instead of choosing how he wants to organize his inbox. Additionally, when trying to schedule a meeting, Dave encounters a problem. Since there's neither a corporate directory with a hierarchy, nor contact delegation, Dave can't find the information of a new manager he was scheduling his boss to meet with. He's forced to ask for assistance in locating the right person. Dave's CEO then calls and has a couple problems for him to follow up on. First, his boss has lost his cell phone and wants to ensure corporate information on the lost device is secure. Second, the conference room that the meeting was scheduled in is double booked and he needs Dave to look into it. Lastly, his CEO said that when he was out of the office the week before, people were complaining that they didn't know, and when he checked email while he was out, his email rules also hadn't been working properly. Dave has to call his IT help desk to get assistance. They inform him that Google Gmail doesn't have the ability for end users to remotely wipe the information on the lost phone. However, they will escalate to IT to do this since it requires full admin rights, which the help desk doesn't have. In addition, the help desk explains that because Google Calendar has limited ability to manage resources such as conference rooms, there isn't an easy way to manage or approve them, and double booking could happen. Lastly, the help desk explains that Google's Outlook integration doesn't sync all configurations to the service. Therefore, when the CEO closed down his Outlook client, both the out-of-office feature and email rules won't work. Holly is an executive assistant for a CEO whose company recently moved to Microsoft Exchange Online and has a similar set of tasks to accomplish. She can manage her boss's inbox and calendar to ensure he's more productive, and can also schedule a meeting for her CEO with the right people, without the assistance of others, since she can navigate the corporate directory hierarchy to find the right person. In addition, all of this was done right from the Outlook client she's familiar with. Microsoft Exchange Online allows resources, like conference rooms, to be managed, so Holly is able to ensure that her boss has their private conference room, and alert any other people that they will have to find another room, avoiding any difficulty later. Holly's boss emails to say he's lost his smartphone. Thankfully, this is no issue, as the CEO can simply log into any PC and perform a remote wipe of the device, removing company sensitive or confidential information, better securing it against information loss that could harm the company. Now, let's take a look at what is happening in the IT department for companies in these situations. Richie is an IT administrator for his company's Google Gmail messaging system. He gets a call from the help desk saying they need him to set up a new user. With their old messaging system, the help desk was delegated rights to create users, but with Google, this isn't possible since all administrators have the same rights. After setting up the user, Richie has to set up a laptop for him. He has to download and set up several utilities, including an Outlook connector, a GalSync utility so the users can view the directory, Google Gears so that offline access will work, and Google Talk Client, and an additional conferencing add-in for audio-video conferencing, and many more. Richie also has to set up a BlackBerry mobile device for the user, and has to go configure him on their own Bez server. They still have to manage a server for this on-premise, even though the rest of their environment is hosted in the cloud, since Google doesn't support BlackBerry natively. Compare this to Bob, who's the IT administrator for a company that recently moved to Microsoft Exchange Online. Bob doesn't get that call from the help desk, since they are empowered to create new users and do other routine tasks, thanks to the delegated administration model that Exchange has. This frees Bob up to work on strategic IT initiatives instead. And when it comes to setting up new users, thanks to the native connectivity from Outlook, everything the new user needed was ready to go on his new laptop without additional configuration. Even provisioning a BlackBerry device was easy, since Microsoft manages the BES server for them, further reducing the IT impact of running and administering servers.
Your organization relies on its email platform to enhance and not inhibit your organization's effectiveness and efficiency. We have shown you just a few examples of how Google struggles to deliver the basics of business-critical email, let alone provide the advanced capabilities and innovations that are defining the future of how we communicate. We at Microsoft look forward to providing you with the best messaging experience, whether you are on-premise or in the cloud.